Hello and welcome back to our latest episode of Sandship. It's the big one, guys. We've lost count of how many requests we've had to do an updated video on the Underwell Pit. Well, the time has finally come. The patch has been applied. We can now utilise all the space in our level 4 Underwell Pit. And we've been playing around with a few designs over the last few days, and we think we've come up with a really good, low cost, low substance design that saves on plenty of space, which we think you guys are going to love. So as always, without further ado, let's dive straight in. Now, as we mentioned, the patch has been applied, so as you can see, we can just distribute all our devices anywhere we want, which is absolutely fantastic, which means we can now start to play around with different strategies in order to maximize 5 resonator production. Now, it goes without saying, if you're still at level 3, more efficient to stick there for the time being, because you can still make up to 1.5 everstones per second. But for everyone else that has advanced to level 4, we think you're really going to enjoy this strategy, and feel free to design it as we go along to be employed in your own Underwell pits. So as we mentioned, this design is going to use all 5 resonators, which is the maximum you can have in your Underwell pit at the moment. And we're going to start off by placing these down. So once they're in position, we're then going to place a steel wall boundary all the way around the very external perimeter of the Underwell pit, and that's going to form the first line of defense against the drifters. Next, we're going to begin to place down the turrets and defences, and because this design is so compact, we're not even going to need to use the second most outer tiles as defence. So we're going to jump straight into the third bit and just start to build the outside like so. Now what we're looking for here is a nice even spread of turrets, so you're protected against all areas, and the drifters are going to have a hard time getting to those resonators. Now, one of the new updates they've made in the Underwell Pit is, as you add more resonators, the drifters that come to destroy them get stronger. So this is going to be at maximum difficulty at the moment, which is why we're going to need to have a really on-point design to defend ourselves with. Now, we've got the very external layout of our defences set up. Now, we've got a little bit of space left to play with around the resonators, and we're going to try and just maximise all of this by placing down some additional turrets. So we've got a second line of defence here. Now, one of the other great features about this design is it uses no fast tech, no late game devices, so as soon as you've unlocked the Underwell Pit and you get to level 4, you can employ this device and you'll have exactly the same output. And here we are. That is the complete design, guys. Now I'm just going to give this a test. And voila, you can see that everstone filling up nicely at a rate of 0.56, which is the maximum amount you can achieve in level 4 at the moment. But also pay close attention to the fact we're only using 6.56 substance, which is extremely low. And we've also got all that additional space to play with that we've not utilised, so you can fill that up however you'd like. If you want to put an additional set of steel walls to provide more protection, or you can put additional turrets if you want to jazz it up a bit more. But from our point of view, we're leaving it completely blank to save on expenses because we're already generating the maximum amount. So if we take a quick look at the blueprint here, we can see that it comes to about 36k. And as we mentioned, there's no complex materials involved in all these devices. You should have all this unlocked by the time you get to the Underwell Pit. So feel free to put this straight into your Sandship if you like this design. Feel free to have a play around to see if you can get it any cheaper than us. And if you can, we'd love to see it. But this is a really easy way to start generating that maximum amount of everstone with the latest patch that's been applied. If you do have any questions, guys, please leave them in the comments below. We do pay close attention to the comments and we do try to reply to all of them if you guys are struggling. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. There's more Sandship content every week. Until next time, thanks for watching and bye bye.